I'm Josh Basco, and this is all my fault. So I first met Carol in the Comet in spring of 2016. I was working on Max Weiss, my first senior thesis film at Webster University, and it was actually a day that I wasn't even supposed to be there. The day that we shot the stuff with the Comet, I had been writing a lot of a paper that I didn't want to be writing. I was like, okay, I need a break, so I went to set, and I had seen Carol's comments in the crew group, and I was like, okay, whoever this person is, she certainly seems like quite a character. And I got set, and sure enough, she was. And the Comet looked just as good as it did in pictures, if not better. It was a night scene, a ton of crazy lights. Comet looked great. After that, we worked on a few more projects. Carol's since saved my ass a few times. The Comet's been in multiple projects of mine, and I'm always looking forward to the opportunity to have both of them on set. In fall of 2017, I was in a film production course where I had to do documentary. We were limited to shooting it on campus, but I still figured, okay, how can we make it interesting? So I hit up Carol and asked her, hey, would you be cool with doing a documentary on you and the Comet and your involvement in the local film industry? Right away, she was thrilled, I was thrilled to have her on board, and she started telling me more about the origin of the search license plate on the Comet. She even lent me the whole Search DVD series, and I got hooked right away. I even ended up modeling the whole documentary after the look of Search. The class loved it, the professor loved it, and that was pretty much that on that documentary. Fast forward a few years, Adam Boster, fellow filmmaker, called me up, asking for my blessing to encourage Carol to build upon what I started. I'm Josh Basco, and this is all my fault.
I was watching a lot of independent films online, and I thought it might be fun to be an extra. So I started Googling around. I found an audition site. These people were advertising for parts for their film. So I sent them an email and asked them if they needed any extras. They responded by sending a synopsis of their film. It involved a car wash. I thought, well, that's interesting. I have an antique car, so I sent them pictures of the car. That was the first time the Comet was used in a film. After that, I thought, this is cool, and I kept looking for more projects that might be able to use it.
Hey, my name is Paul Hayward. I'm a filmmaker, and we just used Comet for a movie that we just made. And when I first wrote the script, I knew that we needed a special kind of car. And I didn't know what we were going to do. I was going to, go to the cast, go to the crew, see who had the best vehicle to use, which is essentially what you do with independent films. But when I found out that this car was an option, I became excited. It brought all this production value to our movie that we did not have before. And that situation went from being a problem to an opportunity. And Comet essentially became one of the biggest characters and one of the most important parts of our movie. And I, was incredibly happy to have it. The car can work for any different opportunity that you have. It can be this beautiful, authentic car. It can be a muscle car. It can be a villain's car. It can be just this complete badass car, which is what we needed it for, and it worked out perfect. And I can't really imagine this movie without using Comet.
My name is Michael Dahl. I'm shooting Driver. This car is amazing. We did 3 peel-outs with it, which really just set the tone for our film. It actually led me to actually go with more of like a 60s, 70s feel rather than 2019, which kind of spikes up the film. So I love the car.
Hello, I'm Scully Shimwell. Some of you know me, some of you don't. That's cool. Some of you don't want to know me. Some of you always have wanted to know me, but I keep myself in places like inside the Comet. No, in all actuality, love this car. This car's been my partner in a few flicks now. Haven't got to drive her like very long through the movies or very much, but I was really impressed with this classic car. She's a good entity in any film I've been in. She looks beautiful. She sounds beautiful. She's almost getting cast tight. She's almost the bad guy car. But I mean, look at her, right? Anyway, Carol Jackson and her Comet. Yeah, good friends of mine. I welcome. Hopefully, I'm gonna have another opportunity here to be in it soon. Carol, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Comet. Check her out. She's in more flicks than I am.
As an independent filmmaker, when you're trying to create dynamic, exciting, charismatic images, you're looking for really unique elements to bring to the screen. And the Comet really was that. It brings a level of excitement and dynamics. And man, it would rip down those gravel roads. It was gorgeous. The actors loved it. The audience loved it. And filmmakers for years have loved putting it on screen because what it brings to the table.
This is not possible! I appreciate cars, right? And I got the ultimate pleasure of driving this Comet. And Comet was so awesome. I got to get in this car, man, start it up, and it felt like home because I'm a car guy. One of my favorite things was car chasing.
What was your favorite thing about the car chasing?
Driving Comet. I mean, come on, I get to drive a classic car, right? I get to be in this car that's been in more movies than Kevin Bacon. I mean, seriously, if you've been in more movies than Kevin Bacon, and I don't even think it's as old as Kevin Bacon, yet it's been in more movies than Kevin Bacon. So a TV show, movies, I'm behind the wheel of this historic icon. I mean, who could ask for anything better than that?
We bought the Comet in 1976. My mother was driving a car that wasn't safe. One night my parents got into an argument over it. My father got mad and he said, "If you guys want a new car, you can go out and find one. I'm not going to have anything to do with it." So the next time he went out of town, we went car shopping. We went to a dealership called Gross Motors. That was actually the name of it. The salesman grabbed my mother as soon as she walked on the lot, and that left me free to go looking at the cars. They were literally all torn up. The stuffing was coming out of the seats, until I came to one that had nothing wrong with it. It was a 1969 Mercury Comet. We took it to our mechanic. He said, "It's fine. It's worth it till you buy it." It was $500, and that's how we got the Comet.
Hi, my name is Billy McEliza, and I have worked with the Comet here on a few different projects. I've worked with Carol Jackson, and I love this car. Like it's like the most famous car around. I've seen that it's been in a lot of projects, and it has kind of a personality of its own, and I really do appreciate working with it. And I look forward to working on projects in the future with it.
Hello, I'm Jonathan J.A. Bridges, founder and owner of Bridges Imaging Productions. The Comet is a great bad guy car. Just like in Sin and several of the other movies that I've seen it in, it becomes one of the greatest bad guy cars that there is in film industry. But it does have its sweet side to the bad guys, the chandelier. 2019 and 2020, I enrolled in some classes. I partnered up with one of my classmates, and we was to do a little short, and we called it Out of Time. We were supposed to use a fidget spinner and and we got the idea to actually make the fidget spinner to be a thing that travels through time. And then I got the idea. I said, hey, I know a car that we can use that will make our production look a lot better. And I got on the phone. I said, Comet's mom, I really love to have your car. And she's like, oh, that's great. I'm ready. Let me come down. The Comet has finally been in the time travel mode and actually disappears and reappears. And it's right up there with the DeLorean now from Back to the Future.
Hey, I'm Donna Delaney Kokenar, and I am an actress and model. And I'd like to let you know that this beautiful Mercury Comet is used in a lot of filming, but I want to tell you about me actually getting to drive it. That movie was a Dan Stedman production of The Galoshes, and in that movie I played the role of Summer. It was so much fun to drive the car because I actually used to drive cars that were made in 1969. I know that kind of dates me, but it was so much fun to get in this car and get to actually drive it. I got to be in the car again for the movie The House on Plant, and that's a Richard Hamilton production. Didn't get to drive the car that time, but I did get to actually be in the car and get out of the car and walk across the street. I like the car, like I said, again, because it's original, but then I love the interior because it's, you just have to look at the interior to know what I'm talking about. It's got the chandelier. It's just cool. It's just awesome. Also like the license plates because they're original too. The Search license plates. It's just become a star itself.
I've made a lot of changes to the Comet since 1976. One of the most obvious is the color. It was a pale yellow, the same color as this 1969 Montego I bought in 2016. I had the car repainted in 1983, including the pinstriping. One of the other early modifications is the chandelier. Put that in shortly after we got it. It's made from crystals that were in a light fixture in my grandparents' house. In 1987, the springs had started poking through the seats, and I had the captain's chairs put in. It's a lot more comfortable in a car without air conditioning. The rest of the interior was changed in 1989, including the black panels with the gold embroidery, which I did myself, based on the pinstriping. In 1979, the engine was completely rebuilt at 113,000 miles. Now the engine has 234,000 miles, and it looks like it. This is a very high mileage engine, so engine shots don't get too close. But like YC says,
pick up nice 0 to 60 and like, I don't know, but it goes.
Hi guys, my name is Carlos Michael Hagany, and I'm a local filmmaker. I'm producing Trapped in Schizophrenia. I didn't choose Comet because it was a unique car. I made sure it fit into the storyline. So I connected with the writer, who's also the director of this project, Julie M. Hale, and it fit. There's several flashbacks in our project. Comet plays almost a character in the film because in some weird way that the character is owned by another character who's also a villain, passes down to another villain. So it's a character within a character of the car, which is interesting. The license plate is called Search, and it fits the character because the main character is actually looking for this villain, and the villain's actually driving this car around, which is Search.
I do get a lot of questions about the Search license plates. Comet's had the Search license plate since 1979. Search was a high-tech detective series in 1972 that I really liked. It starred Hugh O'Brian, Tony Franciosa, Burgess Meredith, and Doug McClure. Hugh O'Brian was a very interesting man. He was very influenced by Albert Schweitzer. He spent a week with him in 1958 in Africa. When he came back, he formed the Hugh O'Brian Youth Foundation, which is leadership seminars for high school sophomores. In 1988, I was volunteering for the organization, and I got the assignment to pick him up at the airport. Of course, I took the Comet. I didn't get pictures then. I didn't think it was appropriate to be bothering him for pictures when I was supposed to be volunteering. In 2008, I heard he was doing a fan event in Chicago. I thought, this is it, I'm going. So I took the Comet to Chicago. He kindly came out and posed for pictures with the car. So I didn't get the pictures in 1988, but I did get them in 2008.
My history with Comet. I met Comet when I got the starring role in a locally produced movie out of St. Louis, Missouri. That's when I was introduced to Comet through my good friend Carol. You hear me? I'm telling you, I was the driver the whole movie. Getaway driver. I'm doing a dash in the car. I had Carol scared out of her mind, but we never wrecked. So I started doing music videos as well. And I contacted my good friend Carol, and she came through. It's a great, amazing car. It's clean. There's no problems with it, and it's great on camera. And it can be in from old time movies with an old feel to it all the way up to 2018. I would describe Comet as a vehicle as very smooth, very smooth. You gotta be careful when you're hitting them turns, because the wheel kind of too smooth. So gotta be real careful. Pick up nice, 0 to 60 in I don't know, but it goes. Yeah, it's great, man. I love the Comet.
Tell you about when I met Curl, and Comet. It was on the set of my brother music video that I was featured on. And then I was like, who is this nice old white lady right like in the hood? You know what I'm saying? And she traveled with us to the Blue Mars. I was like, she straight up, we come from the era of the streets and stuff when she was down there. The Comet is great. Everybody loves the car. Anybody who watches, they see it, they be like, hey, there's Comet right there. That's Curl car right there. Comet reminds me of me, his old school. Give you that smooth feel. When I look at Comet, I think of Temptations, Motown, Marvin Gaye, just that smoothness, riding in there. And people try to forget the old school, but that's why I love Comet, because it's great. So that old school is mixing with the new school now, and it's so shocking to see that a lot of young people are even hitting Curl up to want to put Comet in their films. So it's very important because, like I said, we need these things in St. Louis that are staples or whatever. And once you see the Comet, you already know it's that car. So I don't know. I don't know how many films it's been in a lot.
I do get a lot of criticism from family and friends for letting filmmakers use the car for free. But there's a lot of good film work being done in St. Louis, and I think anything anyone can do to help, they should do. Of course, my contribution is the car, but it's a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. I also remember how everybody was laughing at our cheap little $500 car in 1976. So to see filmmakers using it and enjoying it and people having fun with it now means something to me.
Shut up, Scully.
Kiss under the chandelier.